Hey there, good looking. Welcome to this all levels ab HIIT workout. That is right. We are hitting the abs as well as getting the heart rate up so you torch some calories. Now, no equipment is required for this workout. However, if you are a beginner, I would love for you to have a chair nearby or a weight bench so we can pop the ground up for one of the movements, okay? Awesome. Lace up your runners and let's go get warmed up. Hello there, I'm PJ from fitnesswithpj.com and over50fitness.co. And hey, if you are watching this on YouTube, click that subscribe button so we can keep working together. And if you are enjoying this workout ads-free on our Over 50 Fitness app, head to our private community after this workout and let me know what you thought of the workout. All right, shall we get warmed up? Awesome. I'll chat about the workout as we warm up too. Okay, let's start with a plank position. Now, if you have sensitivity in your wrists, you'll go on your forearms and you can also be on your knees to modify this. Everybody else, we're going to have ourselves in a high plank here, wrists under shoulders. And again, remember, modified, you can bring the knees down, okay? But we're just firing at the core here, getting it ready. We'll hang here for about 20 seconds and then add on. So we have 3 rounds of exercises, 30 seconds are on the clock, 8 different movements. One high intensity movement to get the heart rate up. The second movement will be core related. Now we are moving fast with this workout. So if you need to take a break anytime, you know what to do, right? March on the spot, grab a sip of water, and then join us when you can. Last 3, 2, 1, and release. Good job. Left knee underneath the hip, right ankle in front, and reach up and over, warming up into the hip flexors. If you have a sensitive back knee there, you can double up your mat or throw a pillow underneath. But now we're getting into your obliques as well as into your hip flexor. So please squeeze this left glute, all right? And then add that movement, trying to reach the hand to each opposite wall. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, left hand to mat. You can stay here. Advanced people, bring that back foot off the ground. Right forearm to ground and rotate and twist. Good. Right forearm to ground, rotate and twist. Front knee and ankle are lined up. You might want to go on the outer edge of the foot to get that forearm down to the ground. One more. Excellent. Let's do the other side. Right knee under hip, squeeze the bum forward, hands at shoulders so you look like this, and then you're reaching across. Good. Eking out some range of motion here, feeling a dynamic stretch through the waist while we also warm up into the hip flexor. Great job. And if you are doing this in real time and part of the 12 days of Christmas, welcome to day 11. Holy cow, right? Last 4. Last workout's tomorrow. 1 more each side. Perfect. All right, bring the right hand to the ground. In intermediate advance, pop that back knee off. Here we go. Left forearm to ground and then rotate and twist. Again, you want that front knee and ankle lined up, but feel free to go onto the outer edge of the foot as you bring the forearm down. Good. Last one. And release. Come on up. Feet a bit wider than the shoulders, toes are slightly turned out. Give me a squat, add the arms, and now heel lift. Good. So when we do a squat, we're hinging from the hips, bum's being pushed rearward, almost like we're seeking out a chair. And then you want to take a look, and those knees and toes are all tracking in one direction. Beautiful. Last 4, and 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Take the left leg and just give me a push back, hip extension, warming up the glutes. You're going on a bit of a 45 here. Good. Last 3, 2, 1. Other leg. Now we are going to get busy real quick. So if you need a sip of water, you got 10 seconds to do so. Otherwise, get set up with me. Your first movement is a squat, heel tap. All right, like so. You ready? Let's go. Squat, squat. Good. Now remember how I taught you that squat, right? Bum going rearward, all that good stuff. Perfect. So you keep that form, but we're just speeding it up now. Don't lose that form. In 10 more seconds, our butt is on the ground for an ab exercise. Time. Here we go, hands behind, okay? Legs are slightly bent. You're gonna give me a double leg lift and then single, and as you give the leg lift, your upper body comes towards, okay? Towards the legs. Now, if you need to modify this, you bend the knees more. That's gonna decrease that range of motion for you. If you need to make it harder, legs go straighter. Got it? Don't lose that spine, stays neutral. Woo! Working core and hips too. Now the next exercise, you're going to use a chair if you're a beginner. Everybody else, you're with me. If you're on your chair, you're still set up the same way, wrists under shoulders in a high plank. All right, you're just on an angle because your ground is elevated. All right, now everybody, jump or step and then stand. Good. Do it again. So if this kind of looks like a burpee, it kind of is. It's actually called a squat thrust, so it's kind of like a burpee, but we do call it a squat thrust because we are squatting and then thrusting up. Now you can also step it, right? If you're down here on the ground, just make sure that you step forward with a different lead leg each time. Deal? Perfect. Take it down on the ground. Place your hands just underneath the bum. Pull your belly button in towards the spine, anchor the low back, and slowly lower your left leg. Heel comes to your mat, leg straight, and back up, then the right leg. Good. Now, as you lower the leg, you don't want the low back to pop up off your mat, so you're using your transverse, your deep cores muscles to hold that. If you find that you can intensify it, it's a double leg drop. But at no time should you feel this in your low back. Deal? Perfect. We're standing for a cardio move next. Time. Beautiful. All right. Left leg, step out, lunge and kick. Lunge and kick, okay? Ready? Lunge, and you lunge as low as it feels good for you. Maybe you're tapping the leg back into just a hip extension because that's what feels better for your knees, or you're taking it down low. Low. Same hand, comes out, toe comes up. See if you can get that back knee to the ground. If you have good knees and they like lunges. Woo! We're in a high plank coming up. If you can't be weight bearing on the time, on the hands, you can also go on the forearms, and you can also be on your knees, or you'll see in the modified, I'm doing a V-sit and follow suit there. Otherwise, if you're on the knees, you'll go shoulder, shoulder, everybody, hip, hip, and then you'll go back to shoulder. If you're with me off the toes, you're gonna go toe, toe, okay? Opposite shoulders, opposite hips. Tap that toe. You'll only tap the toe though if you're off of the knees like me. If you're on the knees, you'll do shoulders and hips only. Now we're gonna do the lunge kick, other leg coming up. Time. Whew, I told you we're moving fast. I do not lie to you. Ready? Here we go. Up. Now can you get that back knee low? Perfect. Front knee stays lined up with that ankle. We've got that back shoulder and hip aligned when we lunge down. Good job. So this is our cardio-based movement. It's low impact, but it will get the heart rate up. Last couple of reps. We're standing for our next ab exercise. Time. Whew. That one gets you, doesn't it? All right. Feet wide, toes turned out. Now sink down into a sumo squat and hold it. The deeper you go, the harder it is. Hands light behind the ears. Now keep yourself upright and think rib to hip and try to tap the back of your heel. So you're not leaning forward. It's a true side bend to hit the obliques. Now, we are almost done round one. We're going to take it back to the top in 10 seconds. Squat and heel tap. Okay. Remember, you can take a breather anytime, marching on the spot, grab water, just don't leave me. Time. Whew. Don't leave me. I'm needy like that. Okay, so it's squat, heel tap in 3, 2, 1, go. So we've done everything Okay, second round. Now we'll perfect the form further. Maybe we can get a few more reps in because you don't have to watch me. Okay, you know what you're doing? Time. Woo! My heart rate's up. All right, so this is the double leg lift to single. The straighter the leg, the harder the move. Hands behind. Here we go. We go double, single, single. Now, if you are super advanced, hands would come off. I'm not super advanced. I'm just semi-pro. 10 more seconds. Squat thrust is coming up. Remember, you've got that option to elevate your hands on a chair, weight bench, step, Bosu. Time. All right? Or follow suit with me. Now I'm jumping forward. Remember, you can step forward too. Ready, set, and go. Now I want the feet wide so that you are bending the legs, okay, giving yourself some clearance in the hips, and you're not feeling this in your low back. So you've got to get deep with that squat to perfect this, okay? It's not a whole roundy back, looking like the Hunchback of Notre Dame exercise. This is a squat and then a thrust. Squat, good. Hands are flat, okay? Time. Yeah? Perfect. All right, leg lowering. Remember, we start with one leg at a time. If you want to join me for double, go for it. Start with hands under the bum. Pull the belly button into the spine. Lower down, don't swing, and come back up. No swinging the legs, okay? So moving the legs, what you're trying to do is lift your low back off your mat, but your deep transverse muscle, your deep core muscle, is fired up and not allowing that to happen. So that's how come this is an ab exercise. There you go. A little bit of training education for you. Lunge and kick. Time right now. Come on up. Now we're going to step back with that left leg. You lunge as deep as you feel. Kick high though. All right, ready? Woo. Couple more, and then we've got that high plank to shoulder, hip, and toe tap. Time. Whew. Okay, so if you're following me on high plank, you can also be on your knees, or follow suit and do the V-sit if being on your wrists bothers you. Go. Keep the hips quiet when you tap each opposing limb. When we do the toes, you're pushing back into downward dog, and then come back to high plank before you do the other side. Right leg, lunge and kick, coming up. Time. Whew. Oh. Okay. You doing good? Okay, good. So right leg, here we go, lunge. I'm really trying to go deep with my lunge, so I'm not getting as many in. All right, if you're not going as deep, you'll probably get more reps in. All right, you play with what's going to work for you right now, your knee joint, etc. Whew. Last couple of reps, come on. Time. Whew. All right, sumo iso hold with those oblique crunches. Feet wide, drop it down, side bend, side bend. So this is a double whammy, right? You're like, yeah, no shit, PJ. We got thighs, we got core. Woo! But good news is, we're moving into our final round in 10 seconds. One more each side. March it out. Whew. Always march it out in between. Don't just stand there. You keep those feet moving. All right, squat, heel tap. Last set is what? Our best set. Go. As you may have noticed, especially if you've been doing the 12 days of Christmas with me, I don't do complicated. This is as complicated of a move as we do in the program. Time. I prefer for you to get the move, get results. You don't need to be moving a million joints to do so. Legs up. Here we go. Whoops, sorry. My bad. Here we go. Double leg. Single. Single. Yep, I know. I lost my mind for a second. My bad. Yeah, I see a lot of YouTube videos where they're using light weights and they're combining upper, lower, core all in one move. And you know what? You'll get better results if you increase the load and just do lower and then do upper with a lighter load. Time. Because our legs will always be able to take more than our upper body. All right, squat thrust. Use a chair if you need to. Ready, set, go. Remember, it's a squat, okay? Please squat. Don't make me come and find you. However, if I do have to come and find you, let's have drinks. No, not a protein shake. Let's have a real drink. Time. Okay, now we've got the leg lowering. I mixed up my order. So hands behind the bum. And again, you can go single leg if you're feeling your low back. Otherwise, pull your belly button into your spine. Both heels down. Don't swing. And breathe whenever it's comfortable for you to, okay? Lunge and kick coming up. Time. Whew. All right. So left leg back, left leg kick. And again, you bend that left knee as much as you feel comfortable to do so. Ready, set, go. Whew. Once again, I'm trying for depth of lunge, so you may be going a little bit more shallower, at which point I want you to make sure you get more reps in than me, okay? One more. Time. Whew. That's a thigh burner. All right, we've got that high plank. You can be on your knees to modify or a V-sit if you don't want to be in the hands at all. Ready, set, go. It's shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip. If you're on the toes, add the toes. If you're on your knees, it's just shoulder and hip. Sometimes I feel like I need about 4 modified boxes up there. But I do my best. I do my best for you. Time. Whew. Right leg lunge and kick. It's not easy. I got to admit. There's a lot of things going on in my brain. Try to hit everybody. If you've got sensitive knees, if you've got wrist problems, shoulder problems, osteoporosis. If you're new, if you're advanced, how can I challenge all of you? But that's the career I chose, and I've been happily doing it for almost 3 decades now. Whoa, come on, one more. Time. All right, this is it, you at home. This is our last one. Sumo iso hold. Oblique crunch, ready, set, hands down, and go. So if I lose count, or if I don't follow the exercises, maybe miss an exercise, now you know why. There's only so much this menopausal brain can hold. And when it's full, it's full. If I add something more, something loses. I've only got so much CPU there. One more each side. Come on. Time. Nicely done. Do you feel the same way? Like you only got so much. If you tell me one more thing, I'm going to lose something. I just can't remember it all. I don't know if that is a sign of getting older or just a sign that we all have too much going on in our life. All right, let's bring the heart rate down a little bit. We'll do some standing stretches, and then you can continue on with your day. Those of you part of the 12 days of Christmas, I have an awesome strength workout for our final workout tomorrow, all right? Here we go, toe tap. How's your heart rate? Mine got up to lower 140s, so I'm good with that. Same sort of heart rate I get when I go running, because I'm not very good at running, so. And why I'm not very good is I just don't do it enough. All right? The body adapts to whatever stress we place on it. So if you keep coming back for my workouts, it's going to adapt. This is why I change things up quite a bit. But if you keep going to the same workout all the time, all right, the body will adapt. You won't be able to get as fit as if you were to switch things up with different workouts. All right? It's just like if you wanted to be a better golfer, I would say, you know what, go to the driving range and hit that bucket of balls and keep doing it so that your muscle memory knows that pathway, that swing. You'll use less muscles then. It'll require less coordination for you to do that swing. That's good news when you're learning a sport. That is crappy news when you're trying to increase your general fitness and conditioning. We need to keep on sort of confusing the muscles to stimulate change. And that's what I do here on the channel. Very rarely do I do the same workouts. And when I do these challenges like we are in now, you're doing something different every day. So, yeah, there you go. Here's the backstory. All right, let's take the left heel up, your right. If you're mirroring me, pull the knee back and then squeeze the bum forward and get that stretch in the quad. It's the same too as if you're doing a workout and then 3 months later you're still using the same dumbbell size, the same amount of weight in that workout 3 months later. Okay, you've stopped seeing change. If you're okay with that, then great, but most of us are always looking to increase our fitness of some sort or maybe lose body fat, all right? And that's where we need to keep on either increasing the intensity, changing what movements we're doing, changing up the workouts themselves, other heel. But if you wanted to become a better runner, a better golfer, better tennis player, then yes, you need to practice that sport on a regular basis so that you do learn how to do that more efficiently, that movement pattern. That's why I only run periodically, so it's hard as hell. If I were to do it more, it would become easier, but I also wouldn't get the same heart rate response. At least that's my reasoning why I only run once in a while. All right, I want you to take that back leg, left leg back, heel on the ground, get a calf stretch. Does that mean that you should never do the same workout on a regular basis? Because I know some of you will ask that. Well, PJ, I like to ride my bike or I like to run. No, if you enjoy it, then my goodness, that's the first thing we need to find with fitness for you is what do you enjoy to do? What doesn't feel like work? Because then you'll do it. You will see changes. But if you do enjoy it, such as running, then do a different route, every second or third run. Try some speed work. Try some hills. All right, those are ways you can keep your muscles and your fitness stimulated by still doing the same sport. Other side. All right, I'm done preaching. Sorry if that became really preachy at the end. Again, I have no idea. I'm just here in my living room recording workouts, hoping that you'll like them and hoping that you'll stick with them so you see results. Release. All right, take the your right, leg, cross it over. Now push the opposite hip away, grab onto the wrist, stretching into the obliques. You'll also feel in the side of the hip as well as into the shoulder. Yeah, it's an interesting job I have. When people ask me, what do I do for a living? I'm not quite sure how to answer that. So I just say personal trainer, because I'm your personal trainer. Here you go, step, push the hip, and reach. But if they've never met me before, and they find out I'm a personal trainer, 80% of the time, I then have to politely listen to every injury they've ever had, every workout they've ever done, what they eat. They want to know what I eat. I tell them kale and air. That's all I eat. If you knew me, you knew that's so full of SHIT and release. All right. Thank you so much for joining me on this workout. I look forward to reading your comments down below. And once again, if you are enjoying this ads-free on the Over 50 Fitness app, make sure you head to our private community. I want to hear what you think of the workout. And if you're wondering, hey, how do I get all these workouts ads-free? Well, we have a 14-day free trial just waiting for you. It's down in the description. Have a great day. We will see you next workout. Bye.